announced. But that's okay, I just have to share this. So if you're here, welcome. I guess I'm live. Hey folks, what is up? Bear with me here. I know this is totally unannounced. I know it. I know. But it's okay. It's going to be recorded. I just want to make sure it's recording or that you can hear me. You can. All right, folks. Happy Friday. As Joel says, happy Friday. But the same can be said of really any day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, happy day. When you love what you're doing, no matter how hard you're working, when you love what you're doing, it's always a good day, despite any adversity. And adversity, as I often say, equals opportunity. I've really come to believe this firmly, that adversity equals opportunity because, you know, bleep happens, right? And there has been so much bleep that has happened to me just in the course of building a business. Well, and even, I mean, life happens, right? And I can't tell you how time and time again, I look back and how so many times adversity and crisis has actually turned out to be an opportunity to become better, whether it's becoming a better person or whether it's building a better business or whatever, you know. So anyway, I know, and I'm just going to I'll meander here for a couple of minutes because I know that this is a live stream that's totally unannounced, but that's okay. Even if folks can't be here right now, you will catch the recording of this in our awesome group, right? So that's what matters the most. And I know that everyone ultimately will end up watching this. But what I wanted to do now is share some really, really cool stuff with you. And in that regard, let me go ahead and let me set up screen sharing here very quickly. I always forget how to do this. Hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Share. Okay. Shared. I see. I am proof positive that you don't have to be competent, technically competent, to be successful at any of this. Okay, let me share my screen there. Okay. Let me just glance over, make sure that everything is showing as it should. Like I said, I know this has been unannounced, and so I know that most folks will miss the live stream, and that's okay because I know that everyone will catch the recording. And what I want to do here, folks, is I'm trying to make this a little bit larger so you can see it. I guess you can kind of maximize the window there if you must. Okay, so let me get started, okay? For those of you who may be new, although I think everyone in this group is pretty much a 10X Blogger customer, so you understand the importance and the value and the significance of how 10X Blogger works, right? But let me just give you some background and remind you that as always, the fortune is in the follow-up, right? And I've said this before, you know, over the course of almost 20 years in this business, I have earned over $6 million in income. And I can tell you with certainty that every single person who ever purchased a product from me knew, liked, and trusted me, right? I had somehow in some form or fashion built a relationship with that prospect who ultimately became a paying customer, right? And so there's absolutely no doubt, as Joel will tell you over and over and over again, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, right? Because that is how you build that know, like, and trust relationship with a lead who becomes a prospect, who becomes a paying customer that earns you commissions, right? And so that is where, as we know, that is where 10X Blogger comes into the picture, because 10X Blogger has been designed, has been built to be a follow-up machine, right? Where 10X Blogger on your behalf will constantly heap content, creative, unique, compelling content that's loaded with value on your prospects, helping you build that relationship with them. And so when they are finally ready to buy, and it's a process, it takes time. I'll remind you very quickly of that Frank Kern video that we spoke about a couple of weeks ago, where, you know, most marketers make the mistake of targeting like that 5% of the marketplace to try and get that quick lead or that quick sale or that quick conversion, when in fact there's far more money to be made targeting like 50% of the marketplace, but allowing them more time, allowing, say, 90 days to build that relationship with them, and so that when they're ready to buy, boom, you're right there in front of them, right? So and that's what 10X Blogger does, okay? So on your behalf, it builds that relationship with your prospects in a very effective manner, so that once they're ready to make that buying decision, you are forefront in their mind, at their fingertips, right? So the fortune is absolutely in the follow-up, and that's what this live stream is all about. Oh, I just lost the. Hang on, folks. That's what this is all about, and what I'm going to share with you. There it is. What I'm going to share with you. Gregory is here. Hey, Gregory, what's up, bud? Great to see you, my friend. Happy Friday to you. I don't know if you caught this, Gregory, but I did not announce this. I just have to pop on right now, and the recording, of course, will remain in the Facebook group for everyone to catch later. So what I wanted to share with you, I have been hunched over in the labs with the gremlins, and we just have a relatively short list of items that we are working through, which are improvements to the entire 10X Blogger platform, all with the goal of helping you build and explode your Now Lifestyle business, and all with the goal of making it as easy as possible for you to build your Now Lifestyle business, right? And really my vision with 10X Blogger is this, okay, where all you will have to focus on is sending traffic to your lead capture pages for any of your Now Lifestyle autoresponders, and 10X Blogger will take care of the rest. 10X Blogger will work its magic and heap all this value and all this value on your prospects constantly, to the point, relentlessly, that's the word we use, relentlessly, never ending, until they become paying customers, right? Or they unsubscribe, whatever the case may be, one or the other, okay? And that's where we are right now. That is where we are, because notice what I said just a moment ago, where 10X Blogger will take care of the follow-ups for any of your Now Lifestyle autoresponder campaigns or lead capture pages. And that is the first bit of news I want to share with you. I am so excited about this. I alluded to this yesterday in the group in another thread that I think Brian Kinney had started. But here is what I'm announcing. Here is what we can do, what is available to you. The 10X Blogger follow-up messages are now available, not just for your Facebook leads, not just for your paid Facebook leads, but also for any autoresponder campaign that you have in Now Lifestyle. And it gets better. The process is fully automated. Fully automated. Now, let me just clarify that. There is some setup required initially on your part, but once you have set up your autoresponders properly, it's literally set it and forget it. So if you have, say, multiple autoresponder campaigns in Now Lifestyle, okay, and those campaigns are, say, for different audiences, ultimately promoting Now Lifestyle to any of those audiences, what you will be able to do now, and regardless, by the way, of the lead capture pages that you are using. So whether you are using the 10X Blogger lead capture pages that we provide, or let's say you're using your own, as so many of you are, let's say you're using your own lead capture pages, which are connected to your Now Lifestyle, your various Now Lifestyle autoresponder campaigns, you will be able to apply the never-ending, relentless, original, value-packed, compelling follow-up messages that 10X Blogger generates for you to any and all of your Now Lifestyle autoresponder campaigns. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this, mainly because this is a feature that was based on your feedback. I can't tell you. Anthony Tansley's in the house. Great to see you. Great to see you, Maria, as well. John Weaver is here. Great to see you, John. Nice to see you as well, Felicia. And like I said, folks, I know this was totally unannounced, this live stream, so I know turnout won't be a lot for the live stream itself, but this will be recorded. So everyone here will be able to catch the recording. So we had so many requests from folks saying, you know what, I love what 10X Blogger is doing for the follow-ups when people come through my 10X Blogger lead capture pages. But one, how can I apply 10X Blogger's follow-ups to all of my other Now Lifestyle autoresponder campaigns? Well, now you can. The second, actually this was the first, but the other requested feature, and I know this has been a pain point for a lot of folks, is you purchase the Facebook leads, as you should, right? And now the challenge has been, how do you get those Facebook leads, right, into the 10X Blogger marketing machine? And up until now, what many of you have been doing is you might send a broadcast or two, right, from your Facebook paid leads campaign. You might send a broadcast or two to your Facebook leads with the goal of having them opt into one of your 10X Blogger lead capture pages so that now they are part of that 10X Blogger follow-up machine, right? Well, I've been paying attention to what's going on, and most of you are not having a lot of success doing that because I've seen the feedback. Most of you are not having a lot of success doing that because there's a lot of effort, frankly, on your part, because a lot of you are not sure what to say in those messages to get your Facebook leads to opt into your 10X Blogger lead capture pages so that they can now receive the follow-up messages. And there's lots of challenges and obstacles that a lot of you are facing in that process. So that's a problem, that's a pain point that we are going to solve for you. And so what you will be able to do is purchase those Facebook leads, purchase the Facebook leads as you should, as you are doing, and that's it. 10X Blogger will take over, and there's some setup required on your part inside of your Now Lifestyle account, but very easy to do, doesn't take long at all. Once you've done that, 10X Blogger will take over. 10X Blogger will take over and start following up with your Facebook leads. And you can also use those same follow-ups, the same 10X Blogger machine, like I mentioned, to follow up with any of your subscribers in any of your Now Lifestyle autoresponder campaigns. I'm totally thrilled about that. Now, let's look more closely at the nature of the follow-ups that we have. George is here. Great to see you, George Fox. Let's look more closely at the follow. We have two sets of follow-up messages, okay? And I want everyone to really understand this, in part because once you understand this, you will see how hard and how effectively 10X Blogger is working for you behind the scenes. And really, like I said, I just kind of want to get everyone to focus on what you should be focusing on, which is driving traffic to your lead capture pages. That's really what you should focus on. And Joel and I just want to simplify the rest as much as we can for you, right? So Joel has already taken care of so much heavy lifting by making those Facebook leads and guaranteed paid signups available. 10X Blogger now is going to take care of all of these follow-ups for you, and here's how we're going to do it. We have two sets of follow-up messages, like I mentioned, okay? You're looking at one of them right here on my desktop. Now, these, I hope you can see these. And again, if you can't, just go ahead and go full screen on the page there. But you will notice that this was back on December 3rd. We've been testing these. Okay, so back on December 3rd, what we have basically done is essentially preloaded a campaign with, we talked about this during the last live stream actually, what we were calling the top 40 video follow-up messages. These are the best of the best. These are 40 video messages that Joel has done, drawn from Joel's Facebook posts. These are the top 40 video posts that will be sent to your new opt-ins over the course of 40 days, right? So 10X Blogger, of course, does the never-ending as it happens follow-ups, but this is a separate sequence of the top 40 highest converting video follow-up messages that they are sent once a day for 40 days. And the express goal of these video messages is to get them to convert into paying NowLifeStyle customers, because these 40 messages are absolutely loaded with value and authenticity from Joel himself, with so much information and tips and tricks and strategies, not just for success with NowLifeStyle, but for success in building an online business. And that type of content is critical to a new prospect. You're not just hammering them over the head saying, click here, join, click here, join, click here, join. No, in these videos, we all know Joel, and Joel always delivers on value and integrity and authenticity and all the ingredients that really someone needs to feel comfortable in making that buying decision and to invest in their NowLifeStyle business, right? So what you're seeing here, like you'll notice, this first one was sent on December 3rd, December 4th, December 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, one a day, one video message every single day for 40 days, right? And so if you look at these very carefully, they've been crafted very carefully with subject lines that are really optimized to increase open rates. For example, how to reverse engineer your mind for success. Here's an uber powerful way to automate your business. Meet a trucker who's building his home business. Behind the scenes look at how one company is changing lives. Watch the CEO's unusual dream come true. I'll just click on one of these, and here's a kind of an example of one of these really well formatted, eye-catching emails. Everything is optimized for handheld phone devices and everything. Here's an example of one of the emails. I'll just go ahead and click on one of these right here, and of course it takes the subscriber through to the blog, your blog, where they can watch this video, and there's either some text down here, but there's always a call to action promoting your NowLifeStyle link. And of course, as always, folks, remember, if you're newer to 10X Blogger, these are emails and these are follow-up messages and blog posts that you never, ever have to write. Okay, I mean, that's the obvious benefit here, right? So these are very compelling emails that have several links in the emails. All of the links promote your NowLifeStyle link, right? Here's one at the bottom, it starts with making this decision. You click on that, they're taken to your Join Me page. In this case, I'm cookie to Eric Pearson. And so this is his blog, this is his Join Me page. And this, of course, is his NowLifeStyle link being promoted there, right? So there are 40 of these that are available to you. And these top 40 email messages, you will be able to add to any autoresponder campaign that you have in NowLifeStyle. Any campaign, including the campaign which contains all of your Facebook leads, right? So now you're seeing where you no longer have to worry about trying to get those Facebook leads into the 10X Blogger marketing machine. We will take care of all of that for you. And we'll do it over the course of 40 days, plus the never-ending emails that 10X Blogger will send on your behalf. So you don't have to worry anymore. Once we have rolled this out to everyone's account, and we haven't rolled this out to everyone's 10X Blogger account yet, we're kind of doing it on a gradual basis. It will be rolled out to your account. And once we've rolled it out and you set it up in your NowLifeStyle back office, that's it. Set it and forget it. Like I said, our goal with 10X Blogger is for you to focus simply on sending traffic to your 10X Blogger or any other lead capture pages you may have that promote Now Lifestyle. That's it. 10X Bloggers follow-up machine will take care of all of the rest for you. And of course, don't forget, I mean, if you want to, send broadcast messages to your subscribers, you can always do that if you want to further personalize it, right? So we have this top 40 list of messages. Now that's the one set of follow-up messages we have. Let me just see if we have any more questions here. Hang on. George, this really is pretty awesome. Yeah, folks, if you have any questions, just go ahead and type it in the comments there, and I'll try to get through it as quickly as I can. So these top 40 messages are very, very powerful, designed to make your lead or prospect convert into a paying customer within 40 days. Then we have the other set of email messages, and these are the as it happens follow-up messages that are sent, once again, to your prospects, okay? And these ones, and we completely revamped the messages over the past couple of days to make them much, much more effective. You know how like when you get like high-speed internet, at your home or whatever, and like, for example, here at home, I think it was fast. It was really fast. It was like 80 megabits per second or something like that. Well, I'm a speed freak, right? When it comes to bandwidth, even though I probably never use all the bandwidth I have. But then they had some offer, that bump it up to like, 150 megabits per second. So I was like, of course, yeah, I'll do that, Well, it's so easy when they flip a switch and they unleash all of that bandwidth, to do whatever you do that's bandwidth intensive, right? Well, I feel like what we have done with these follow-up messages is like we have flipped the switch and we have unleashed, not bandwidth in this case, but just so much more effectiveness and power when it comes to the follow-ups, because the follow-ups, folks, are so important. You've heard Joel preach this over and over and over again. I look back at the 6 million plus I've made in online in income, and it's always been based on one, having a system that does the heavy lifting for you. In this case, that's 10X Blogger that automates the follow-ups, and it must build a relationship without you having to actually build a relationship, right? And that's why this is so exciting and why I'm so excited to share this with you. So now we were talking about the as it happens follow-ups, right? Not that top 40, but the as it happens. Well, you're looking at an example of the email follow-ups that folks are going to receive now when it comes to the as it happens follow-ups. And by that, what I mean is, like if Joel makes a post on Facebook, or Joel posts a video or does a live stream, well, that Facebook post, as we know, automatically, thanks to 10X Blogger, becomes a blog post, right, on your blog promoting your link. And that blog post automatically becomes an email follow-up that's sent to your prospects promoting your link, right? Well, here is a look at, and if you're subscribed, as all of you are probably subscribed to you subscribe to your own lead capture pages, right? So you have been receiving the follow-up messages that 10X Blogger has been sending, right? And frankly, I kind of stepped back, and I'm on the list as well. And I sort of stepped back and I looked at the follow-up messages, the as it happens follow-up messages that 10X Blogger is sending. And they're awesome because, again, you never have to write create that blog post. You never have to write the email follow-up, and that's fantastic. But in looking at the content and the consistency of those emails, I decided that we could do much, much better and really take it to the nth level. And so what we're doing now, as you'll see here, is we are doing what Bloggle, and that's the engine that drives all of this content, this automated content. We are really unleashing Bloggle on these follow-up messages, because now not only are we leveraging the content that, of course, Joel is creating on Facebook, not only are we leveraging the content that 10X Blogger may create on your behalf. So we create blog posts sometimes on the blog, which those are the curated, the manually curated blog posts, which turn into follow-up messages, right? Well, now we're doing what Bloggle was really meant to do as well, which is to leverage so much other content that is out there on the web. And so if you start paying close attention to the follow-ups that you're getting because you're subscribed through your lead capture page, you're going to see now that these messages have taken much more of what we're calling a digest form, right? And it's constantly going to be changing the content, of course. Now, in this one that was sent out, earlier this morning or what have you, we have this opening paragraph here, okay? It says, here's your daily dose of hand-picked positivity. That's where we're going with these follow-up messages. We want them to be positive. We want them to be uplifting. We want them to be inspiring, because the reality, folks, as some of you may know, is that ultimately, whenever someone makes a buying decision, it's based on emotion. Okay, it's based on emotion. No matter what you have purchased, no matter what you buy, whenever you make a buying decision, it's based on emotion. It makes them feel good. And the fact of the matter remains that it is so critical, folks. Joel has been talking about this a lot lately, and I think it's really kind of coming to the forefront of a lot of our minds, because so many of us are seeing so much success online. And I'm talking about folks who are just maybe starting out, who maybe just made their first $500 instant commission from the Rotator, all the way to folks who are making, 6 figures a month, all the way to folks like Joel, who are multi-millionaires, who are now reflecting back on their success and their career. And you can't help but you look back and you ask yourself, okay, what has accounted for my success? And so many people who are just starting out have that same question. What accounts for your success? And I certainly have come to realize this as well. And that biggest theme, or the biggest factor that comes to mind looking back, is being positive. And being positive takes work, because it's not always easy to be positive, because adversity happens, shit happens, right? I mean, there are always bumps in the road, but it is so, oh, that's Bentley barking. Working from home, right? There he is right there. He jumps up on the couch, and when he jumps up on the couch, you can see out the window. And so whenever someone else walks their dog in the neighborhood, well, that's what you hear. It starts barking at that. So that's the tone that we want to set with these follow-up messages. We want the content to be, again, inspiring, positive, uplifting, informative. And so we always start with this paragraph. Here's your daily dose of hand-picked positivity, because mindset matters most when it comes to building health and wealth. And you know what, whether this is a subscriber on your list, or whether you are a 10X blogger already and you are building your Now Lifestyle business, that right there is critical. That right there is absolutely critical for your own success as well, right? And then it goes on to say, this digest is brought to you by Now Lifestyle, where you can start a 6-figure home business, 6-pack abs included, for under $50. A couple of points I want to make here, right? This Now Lifestyle link is, again, of course, coded to you. And this is one of the improvements that we've made over the previous As It Happens emails, was that there was never a direct link to your Now Lifestyle landing page, or to nowlifestyle.com using your affiliate ID. Now there is, in the emails themselves, not just on the blogs, but in the emails themselves. And so when I click on that, I'm taken to this page here. If you're not automatically redirected, in a few seconds, click here, boom, and I'm taken right to Now Lifestyle. Okay, and in this case, it looks like I'm cooking to Eric Pearson, right? So in the email itself, there is a call to action. There is a Now Lifestyle affiliate link at the top of the email. Let's go through this very quickly. Now, what we're doing here is, again, we are leveraging content on Facebook to provide your subscribers with value. And what happens when you provide your subscribers with value? You're building a relationship, because in their mind, they're thinking, wow, so-and-so just sent me this. And for example, here's an article, you're never too busy for 10 minutes, which is all it takes. Here are 43 productive activities that you can do in 10 minutes to make you better at whatever, right? And so I'm going to click on this, just as an example. I'm going to click on this. I'm taken to your blog, where there is another link. Whoops, I'm trying to highlight this, where there's another link promoting your Now Lifestyle link, the call to action brought to you by Now Lifestyle, where you can start a 6-figure home business, 6-pack abs included, for under $50, right? And here's the article In this case, it's an article from Success Magazine that you are sharing with them. These are things they can do in 10 minutes to improve themselves or their business or what have you. It gets even better than that, folks, because watch what happens when they click on this to go through to, in this case, as an example, Success Magazine, 43 ways to improve yourself in just 10 minutes. So I now, as your subscriber, I'm reading this article. And by the way, once again, all of this works flawlessly on phones. We optimize everything we build and develop for mobile devices as well, right? Look at the lower left. Look at the lower left of your screen. Can you see what is floating there in the lower left-hand corner of your screen? I am at successmagazine.com or success.com right now. Look what is appearing in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. It still says, brought to you by NowLifeStyle, where you can start a six-figure home business, six-pack abs included, for under $50. I'm going to navigate the site. Okay, so while I'm at this site, here's another article, 7 mental hacks to be more confident in yourself. I'm going to click on that. I'm on a whole different page now on this site. Look what is following me throughout this site. Look what is constantly in front of me while I'm at this site, soaking up the value that this site provides. It is your link for NowLifeStyle. So what has happened here, what has basically happened here is that someone opted into a lead capture page. They're now getting the follow-up messages, okay? In the email message itself, your NowLifeStyle link is being provided. It's being juxtaposed alongside all of this other great, valuable, compelling, useful content. By the way, your NowLifeStyle link is also at the bottom of the email. Learn more about NowLifeStyle and Joel Terry. And if you click on that, it takes them to, again, your NowLifeStyle page. When they click on these links, they're taken to your blog, which once again is promoting your NowLifeStyle business with a very effective call to action, by the way, mind you, brought to you by NowLifeStyle, where you can start a six-figure home business for under $50. Some of you might say, well, why put $50 in there? Why not just say you can create a free account? Folks, we don't want people who just want free accounts. We don't want tire kickers. We want to pre-qualify people to some extent at this point. We want to attract people who understand that if you want to build a six-figure business, which you can do with NowLifeStyle, we have folks who have done it. There's some investment required, and a $50 investment to start a business that can grow into a six-figure business is reasonable. I think, quite frankly, even we can split test this, but even for $10, if I saw that for free, that sounds like a bit of a gimmick to me, but we can split test that. But nonetheless, this is very effective. So here your link is being promoted as well. They click away from your blog. They go to some third-party site. It could be Success Magazine. It could be Entrepreneur. It could be anything. And your link is still being promoted in front of them. This is hugely, hugely powerful, because what you have to do is look at the single example that I just provided you and multiply that by all of your leads and all of your prospects who are receiving all of this value every single day from 10X Blogger on your behalf, promoting your NowLifeStyle business. That is follow-ups at its finest, folks, and it absolutely works. It doesn't matter if your list is 5 people or 5,000 people. What matters is that you are providing that list with value. What matters is that you're providing your list with values, that you're building that know, like, and trust relationship with them, because they will be ready to buy at some point. Some may do it tomorrow, others might do it months from now, but they will be ready to buy at some point. And that is how you win at this game. The fortune is in the follow-up, right? Let me see any questions here. Okay. I'm looking at my notes. I want to make sure that I covered all the bases here. We have multiple messages in these digests, as I mentioned, which is also important, because what we were doing before was we were sending like one email message, maybe 1 or 2 email messages a day, sometimes 3 email messages a day, and the content varies. The content varies on those emails. Here, by providing it in a digest form, you're giving people more opportunities and more chances to see something that captures their eye, that's of interest to them. Living excuse-free is about taking responsibility. I'm a huge believer in accountability, right? And self-reliance. So that kind of catches my eye. So I clicked through to that. Here is the blog post with the call to action promoting your Now Lifestyle link. I clicked through, in this case, it's Success Magazine. And here's the article that I'm looking for, once again, with your offer in front of them constantly. It's absolutely awesome. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, George, for the feedback. Yeah, and as George said, I like using the $50 level. Exactly. Don't, you know, I think oftentimes there's a tendency, people are like, oh my gosh, but wait a second. If you say it's $50, well then people are going to be scared off. Or if you say it's even $10, well, people are going to be scared off. Why not just say it's free? Well, stop and think about that, folks, because, you know, first of all, $10 or $50 is not a lot relative to building a legitimate business. And you want to attract people who are not scared away by the prospect of paying $50 a month for starting a business which has six-figure potential. Those are the types of people that you want to attract. And also keep in mind that, you know, if they see that $50, okay, so now they've been sort of preconditioned, they've been pre-sold on that $50, but when they click on this link, for example, and they go through to Now Lifestyle, and now they have the option to create a free account. So it's like you're almost over-delivering. You said it was $50, knowing that it's $50 to start building the six-figure business. They clicked on it, and now they can create a free account. Well, that's kind of a no-brainer, right? I mean, I was thinking that this would be like $50 right now to get started. You know, I can create a free account right now. You know, so you want to attract the right people with the right mindset, right? So very, very important. What was I going to say here? I'm trying to keep this as brief as I can. Yeah, so basically what we're doing here, folks, what you're going to see more of is we are going to start doing what Blogle does so powerfully, and that is leverage content from Facebook. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be gradually introducing content from other hand-picked sources. Because like I said, we want whatever content we put out there, we want it to be positive, inspiring, uplifting. We want it to make people feel good. We want it to make people feel optimistic, because guess what? That is what's actually required to be successful. So that's the message we want to send to people, and people want to be a part of that. They are drawn to people who have those traits, who are excited, who are optimistic, who are positive. That's what they're attracted to, and that's the message that we want to send to your leads and prospects. And so what you're going to be seeing over the next few days, and this is ongoing, is we're going to add additional sources of content. And I'm talking about, for example, content from Eric Worre. I'm talking about content from Les Brown. I mean, there's no end to content and value that we can share with your prospects to help you build that relationship, which in turn builds your business by generating sales and helping you earn commissions, right? So I think that's really what I wanted to share with you for now. The most important points, the takeaways here are that everything I just described, everything that you just saw in action is now going to be available to all of your campaigns in Now Lifestyle. That has been like the biggest feature request we've had, next to how can I put my Facebook leads into the 10X Blogger follow-up machine in a much more effective, easier way. Well, guess what? You're no longer going to have to worry about writing those painful, what do I write? How do I say it? Broadcast email messages that pretty much all of you are only sending one or maybe two to try and get people to opt in. You don't have to worry about that anymore. We are all of these follow-up messages that I just showed you, the top 40 as we're calling them, plus these as it happens, never-ending email follow-ups. Those are all going to start going out to your Facebook leads, plus any other campaigns you have in Now Lifestyle. Moving forward, as I said, not every single 10X Blogger account has been set up We haven't flipped that switch yet for every single account. You will know once it has been flipped. You will get a reply to a support ticket, or we will contact you, or something like that, but you will definitely know once it has been flipped. Hugely, hugely powerful stuff, folks. And like I said, this all goes back to my bigger picture, my vision, which is where you don't have to worry. Well, you do have to worry about sending traffic to your lead capture pages, but Joel has made great strides with helping in that regard, with making the Facebook leads available to you. If you're getting traffic from any other sources, solo ads or what have you, fine, no issues there either. You can still plug all of your solo ad traffic or wherever you may be getting that traffic from. When they end up as leads in your Now Lifestyle autoresponder campaign, any campaign, you can now plug them into the 10X Blogger follow-up machine. And you just saw very briefly a quick overview of how those follow-ups work. So there you have it, folks. How long has this been? 43 minutes. Hey, that's not bad for me. I mean, I can go on for hours if I had the time. Yes, Maria. Okay, so let me look at some questions. You're most welcome, George. Thank you very much. Exactly, Gregory. Multiple chances for the eye catcher. I mean, it's all about the exposure, right? Maria says, will we get instructions, as you mentioned, to get it set up? Yes, absolutely, Maria. In fact, that is really what we're working on now. We have all the messages taken care of, but we are working on a system to make it as easy as possible for you to set things up. Just as easy and as simple, like click, 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 simple. That's it. So you will get instructions in that regard. And the beauty of this is once you have set it up, it's literally set it and forget it. Because now, whenever new leads come into any of your autoresponder campaigns, well, you've already set everything up and all the follow-up messages are now taken care of by 10X Blogger. Joel and I, folks, are trying to make it as easy and as simple as possible for you to build your Now Lifestyle businesses. I mean, I have been doing this for such a long time now, almost 20 years, and I can say with complete certainty that I've never seen a direct sales company where it is so simple, we have made it so easy and so simple for you to build your business. Really, I've never seen it, and there's nothing else out there like this. And I will say in closing, I'll go back to the importance of mindset, because in these messages, there's a reason why we start every single message by saying, here's your daily dose of hand-picked positivity, because mindset matters most when it comes to building health and wealth. And in that same vein, I will tell you that the greatest challenges, folks, the greatest challenges that you face when it comes to building your Now Lifestyle business is all right here. I'm telling you, it's all right here. And the same applies to all of us. The same applies to me. The same applies to Joel. We all have bad days. We all encounter bumps in the road. There's always, it feels like when you're running your own business, it feels like there's always some sort of crisis. Don't forget family life. If you're a parent, you're being pulled in all sorts of directions, sometimes literally by your children. So there are always challenges and obstacles to be overcome, and life happens, right? But if you maintain that positive attitude throughout, that is the key ingredient when it comes to massive success. And all this other stuff, like this, for example, the follow-up messages, the blog posts and the relentless follow-up messages that deliver massive value to build that relationship with your prospects so to become buying customers, that is absolutely critical. There's no doubt about it. But that's why you have platforms like 10X Blogger to take care of all of that heavy lifting for you, so that you can just focus on staying positive and relishing the journey and enjoying the process. Joel has spoken about this recently, because if you can kind of free yourself from the minutia and the technical stuff and a lot of the day-to-day heavy lifting, you can bask in this opportunity. It's fun, because then really all you're doing is you're making friendships, you're building relationships, you're sharing your excitement, your passion, about how well Now Lifestyle is working for you. And that's when it becomes fun. And that's when you step into something much higher where you're casting negativity aside, you're avoiding all the drama, and you're positive and you're focused. And that's when the results flow. Again, Joel did a video just the other day and he said, rich people don't become happy. Rich people don't become happy. It's happy people who become rich. And what we are trying to do here for all of you is just take care of all of that heavy lifting for you. Take care of all of the heavy lifting for you so you can sit back and enjoy this journey, relish the business you're building, and that's when massive results will follow, folks. I'm proof positive of that, and so are so many others. So there you have it, folks. Have a wonderful weekend. Take time to spend time with the ones you care about the most. Remember that the real goal, the ultimate goal of owning your own business, having your own Now Lifestyle business is so that you have that time freedom. And there's no denying that you have to work your ass off to get there, but take time to enjoy that time freedom and spend time with the ones you care about and love the most. Have an awesome weekend, folks. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. I'm all constantly in the group. If it's a more account specific question or something a bit more technical in nature, use our support, open up a support ticket, use the help desk system, and I will continue to keep you updated on what's going on, what's being rolled out. This is just one of probably half a dozen key features that we are going to be rolling out, and I could go on for hours, but there's some really, really powerful stuff coming from 10X Blogger and Now Lifestyle, which will really leave you in the position of having no choice, but other than either you are going to have massive results with Now Lifestyle or you're not. And if you're not, of course, it has to do with everything up here, but it really will leave you with a very simple choice. Are you going to make 2019 your best year ever when it comes to building your Now Lifestyle business or not? Because I promise you that between what Joel is working on and what I'm working on with 10X Blogger, you absolutely will have not just everything you need, but really powerful stuff with a tremendous amount of leverage. I could go on and on. I'm just so excited about this, folks. Have an awesome weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.